recording?
Sorry?
Is there a reason why you're recording?
Yeah, there is.
What?
Just my own personal reasons.
Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Lisa, can you go inform us first we have a gentleman in here recording himself?
So we ask that you do not record behind the desks because the behind the desk might contain sensitive information like papers, names, date of birth, socials, or addresses. So we ask you to refrain from recording back there. We also ask,
I mean, anything I can see from public, I mean, the eyes can't trespass. That's law. So.
granted, but the thing is that your eyes aren't going to be able to, unless that you have a, what is it called, like that you can recall everything. Photographic memory. Yeah, so you I don't know you personally, but most people don't have photographic memory, that camera.
I have a very good memory, actually.
Okay, so then it's just for fraud purposes, and almost like in-laws and things like that, we ask you not.
What's up, everybody? Blue Line Transparency back at you with another one. In this one, I visit the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. I was there looking for some accountability for a court clerk that just got done assaulting us at the courthouse. But I went ahead and started off like any regular audit. If they weren't going to respect my right to film in public, I wasn't about to waste my breath talking about the court clerk's behavior. Fair warning, this is a long one. I ended up having a really long discussion with one of their officers. So if you're interested, go ahead and go grab some snacks. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss any new content. Let's get into it. Can't walk by without getting pictures of this stuff. Very cool. We got a patch for about every police department in the country here. Gee, that's a lot of them. Hope you guys can see that. From another country there. Victoria Police, wow. Very cool. I've been collecting those for a long time.
Why are you recording?
Sorry?
Is there a reason why you're recording?
Yeah, there is.
What?
Just my own personal reasons.
Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Lisa, can you go inform us first we have a gentleman in here recording himself?
Brittany?
Very interesting. Crime prevention literature. Smoke alarms.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're reporting right now is about the accident?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Okay, so the damage to your vehicle for this new accident is what?
It's on the side of my passenger side. Yeah. It's all the way back to the passenger side.
Okay, and then where's the damage for
The existing is the front headlight.
How's it going, sir?
Hi, what's up, man?
My
How
name
you
is
doing?
Officer Schmidt with Las Vegas Metro.
Oh, Espejo?
Yeah, like mirror in Spanish.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Schmidt, Officer Schmidt.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're just wondering what you're doing in here.
Well, just walking around getting some pictures.
Okay.
Never been here.
Never been here?
Mhm.
Okay, first time
Just a
here?
little travel.
Okay. Have you been to any of our other area commands?
No, I sure haven't.
No? Okay.
It's pretty cool. I was just checking out all your
Did you
the
like the patches
patches.
up front?
The patches, those are
Nice.
sweet, man.
Yeah, those
Like,
are really nice.
I saw Victoria, I mean, you got different countries out there and everything.
100%.
That's sweet.
Oh,
You guys been
so-
collecting that for a while?
Say it again?
You guys been collecting those for a while?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have.
That's very
mean,
cool.
me-
I like
me
seeing
myself,
stuff like
I'm
that.
personally a collector as well, but, so we ask that you do not record behind the desks because the behind the desk might contain sensitive information, like
Mhm.
people's names, date of birth, socials, or addresses. So we ask you to refrain from recording back there. We also ask.
I mean, anything I can see from public, I mean, the eyes can't trespass, that's law, so.
Granted, but the thing is
Mhm.
that your eyes aren't gonna be able to, unless that you have a, what is it called, like that you can recall everything? Photographic memory. Yeah, so you, I don't know you personally, but most people don't have photographic memory, that camera.
I have a very good memory, actually.
Okay, so then it's
Very
just
good vision.
for fraud purposes, and almost like HIPAA laws and things like that, we ask you not to.
Well,
record
so
back there.
HIPAA, I'm not trained in HIPAA. I'm not a medical professional. So
Okay.
HIPAA only applies to medical professionals and it's on them, the onus is on them to protect that information.
Okay.
It's not on anybody else.
Okay.
So if they leave it out, they would be in violation of it, I would not.
Mm.
Same thing goes with anything social security numbers, the onus is on them. They certainly know I'm here. If they think that they should put something away, then that's their job. That's for them to figure out.
Each window,
Mhm.
as well as, people are coming here to make a report, right? They
Sure.
could be for numbers, things, they could either be being at home, they could have lost their credit card, they could be a victim of sexual assault, right? So
Mhm.
that's also another reason why we ask you to refrain from recording near the windows, because that's their own business, they don't want you to be involved unless they would've came and talked to you instead of us, right?
I mean, sure, but we're in public. You have no expectation of privacy in public. I mean, it's not my intention to film anybody that's reporting something like that, of course, but,
So
you know,
we're-
but if you guys are worried about
we're
that,
inside
you
a
would
public
certainly,
building.
right, you would certainly
We
take
do
them
that.
into the back into an interview room or something, right? You wouldn't have them reporting a rape or something out here in public, right?
So this is where they come to report it.
Right, sure. I mean,
So
there's multiple
we're not-
ways to do
We're
it.
not gonna take them into an interrogation room unless if you're under arrest or being interviewed for.
So if you see somebody on the street talking about a crime that you believe was committed, I mean, you could just take the crime, the scene there, right?
I would be.
If we were on-
I'd be right in my car, but it would also be the same thing.
So if I just flag you
would-
down on a corner wherever downtown
That's where I
somewhere,
hold my investigation, right?
that's where you would do it?
They're holding their investigation here, cause this is where they held them down. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
because they came down here. But so just for, I don't know, just talking about it. So if you were downtown somewhere on a corner and I saw you, just flagged you down, hey man, I want to report a crime. I was just pushed or assaulted, battered. You could take the crime right there.
Yeah.
If you weren't physically there, I mean, that would be a misdemeanor, right? But you wouldn't take that crime report there, or you could take that there.
I personally could,
Mhm.
right?
Do you have
But they.
discretion to take that there, or would you, like, say you gotta come down to the station to take that, or?
It depends, really, because it depends on a number of things, like if you need to provide certain information that you don't have. So let's say,
What if you had
let's say
video
your
and
phone-
picture evidence of it?
Say it again?
So say I had like picture evidence
If you have picture evidence.
of it, I could just show it to you right there?
You could.
Does
right?
it-
And
does
then
the picture
we
get,
can
like, emailed
provide you
to
a
you?
link to actually supply that to us so that we have it ourselves.
Hmm.
As I was trying to get along to it, one other thing is that since we are conducting business here, we ask that you don't interrupt that business, right? And interrupting that business would be, like how that gentleman is right there, if you go and, approach him behind him and like try to see what he's doing or record what he's doing, that'd be interrupting that flow of business. And then that can actually fall into, us actually trespassing off those grounds, because you have every right to come in here,
Mhm.
but if you're interfering with,
Right, so I mean, I can't run up and
business-
down yelling fire, I can't run, you know what I mean, that would be a crime. Although you have the right to peacefully, so that's the key, when it comes to your rights, you have the right to peacefully do it, right? Peacefully assemble, photograph, those types of things, right? So, yeah, I'm being peaceful.
Okay.
I'm not here
We're-
to bother
we
anybody.
we were brought to the attention that you were out here, right? And so
You guys
that's
both
why-
sergeants, or?
We're not sergeants, we're just police officers.
Oh, gotcha.
We were brought to the attention that you were out here, so that's
Mhm.
why we came out here, right? We didn't yell at you, we didn't call you any derogatory names, it's just setting those ground rules real fast, that way you'll understand that you've been addressed that, okay?
All right, man.
How much longer do you plan to be here?
Well, I mean, I just want to grab a couple pictures. I do just kind of want to look around, see, go to a lot of different buildings around. And I see that they have like Christmas decorations, things like that up. I don't really see any of that here, but yeah, I just want to walk around, grab a couple pictures, and then I will have some questions for you guys if you want to stick around. I can just ask for you guys to come back out in
What was your question?
5 minutes.
Or I guess how long? Because we're right in the middle of a report. So if it's gonna be like a prolonged thing, then we can step into.
No, I mean, actually, yeah, well, you know what, I'll go ahead and I'll make the report now. So basically, I was just downtown at the Justice Center, peacefully exercising my constitutional rights, as I'm doing now. And so I walked in the building, went through security, you go make a left, and I'm looking at there's a thing on the wall that says everything that's available, all the different resource centers, district attorney's office, different courtrooms, things like that. So I'm just checking that out. I turn, I see there's a self-help center. I wanted to go in there and check it out, see what kind of pamphlets, what they have available for public. Barely walked in the building, wasn't even looking at anybody. I was actually looking at the brochures that are on the wall. And a guy, just a random guy, big white guy, about 200 pounds, black hair, black beard, jeans, and a black t-shirt, and I have pictures and video of him, just came up and started grabbing me, started yelling something at me, and within 10 seconds, he grabbed my arm, he grabbed my camera, he damaged my gimbal, so we have assault, battery, and destruction of property. Within 10 seconds of me even walking in the door. I had no idea who he was, wasn't looking at him, had never seen this guy in my life before.
Okay. So was he
And so I just talked.
security for the place, or was he an officer?
Well, he said
Was
no, he was
constable?
just wearing just regular clothes. He did have some kind of tag here. He was not an officer or security of any kind.
Like a lawyer?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. He said we got confidential lawyer business going on here or something. So he might have been a lawyer, which is pretty strange that a lawyer would just risk their entire career by just trying to grab a peaceful cameraman. You know, if you have an issue with it, he was yelling. Right. I mean, even security can't do that. Observe and report is their job, right?
Yeah.
The only way that even a security guard could come up and touch me is the same reason that I could come and touch that guy, right? I have no right to touch that guy. But if I saw him grabbing this woman right here, hurting her, I might be, the line is very thin, and not being a police officer, you gotta be damn careful because I could be charged with something, but I could go try to defend the woman from the guy. That's the only reason even a security guard could do that, right? A police officer is a little different if they suspect a crime is going on. Something like that, I want to detain somebody that's different. Guy was definitely not a security. He said he works there. I said, what's your name? And he just wouldn't answer me. He just started grabbing my property. And he was forcibly pushed me several times, grabbed my arm, forcibly pushed me. Big guy pushed me out the door.
Was he trying to push you to get you out of the building, or was he pushing?
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know, but he was trying to grab my camera. I think that would be a robbery. Trying to grab my camera from me.
It was your own experience, so I'm asking you, what do you think he was trying to do? Was he trying to push you to harm you? Or was he trying to push you to get you out of the?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if he worked there. He wouldn't. I mean, it's battery regardless.
No,
what his intention is, I'm not.
Understand like what you felt during that, like.
I felt like he was trying to hurt me. I didn't know who he was. I'm looking over this way, and he just comes. Hey! I heard somebody yelling something, so I turned my camera that way, and I have to move my camera slowly so it's a smooth picture. Okay. And so, by that point, he's half the distance. I mean, you're about 6 feet from me. He closed the gap to about 1.5 feet, right in my face, hovering over me. Hey, get out of here! He's grabbing me, pushing me. You can't do that here. Who are you?
Grabbing you, trying to lead you out?
He grabbed he grabbed my left shoulder and squeezed hard and was pushing. He was trying to push me out. And then he went someplace else and he ran back over, got in my face, and he was red in the face. I think he might have been on some kind of drugs. Okay. And he put his hand out to like touch my chest. And then he yanked the door closed in front of me. So I mean, it sounds like he does work there.
So he ultimately pushed you completely out of the building.
Out of that room, yeah.
Out of that room.
I don't know if he exactly pushed me. I was backing up to try to de-escalate the situation. I have no idea who he is. This is my own protection. I'm kind of taking a couple steps back, like, who are you? I work here. You can't. Well, what is your name? What is your name? And he wouldn't answer. He just totally bizarre behavior.
What a part of your gyro stick is broken?
Okay, so it's been making funny beeping sounds. Right now it seems to be working, but it's not turning all the way. It's not doing it right this second, but it was. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to take it home and have a look at it. Okay. But I mean, I could certainly make the report now. Now I was trying to get the guy's information. I wasn't able to get that, but I do have photo and video of it. Very super high definition pictures of the guy.
Can I see those, the video?
Sure, absolutely. Self-help center.
No filming in here, sir. This is a private law firm. Sir, no filming in here. You gotta leave.
Sorry?
There's no filming in here.
Who are you?
I work here. This is a private law firm. We have a court order. I need you to leave right now.
Whoa, hey,
I know I need you to leave right now.
Hey, you're getting a little close to me, buddy.
I need you to leave right now.
Hey, please
I
don't
need
touch
you
me.
to leave right now.
I don't even know who you are, man.
I need
just
you to
walk
leave
up-
right now.
I don't know who you are. What's your name?
I'm gonna get the marshals.
I don't even know who you are, man. Look at this nutcase. Hey, this guy's just touching me, man. You just go around touching random people. I don't know who you are.
You're not allowed.
What's your name? Hey, what's your name? If you work here, what is your name so I can make a complaint against you?
Stay out.
You're a fucking nutcase, huh? Ridiculous. You act like this to everybody here? Ridiculous. Lock the door too? What?
The thing with the marshals, I guess it'd technically still be their grounds. Yeah, it'd probably
They have limited jurisdiction.
Yeah. So are you wanting to file a police report now then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to talk to some officers. They wouldn't help me, so I had to call 911 and waited for officers to get there.
Okay.
And then about an hour later, they talked to me. And they seemed like they wanted to help me until I pointed out it's a guy that works there. And you can see they get a totally different demeanor, and they're not trying to investigate. They're trying to brush it under the rug, and that's not going to happen. They said, well, you can go down to the station and take a report. We can't take it. I showed them the video just like I showed you.
Okay.
They said, well, he didn't do anything wrong. Why? Because he works there? If I went up and grabbed somebody in the courtroom, what's going to happen? If I went and pushed somebody like that, there's going to be an immediate response. What are you doing? Why are you touching people? You don't go around touching people, even if he was security, even if he's the Allied Universal and they wear the black and light blue with the patch that says Allied Universal on it, right?
Yeah.
Even them, they can't touch somebody. Observe and report. That's their job, right?
Okay. So the first issue that we're going to sort of
See, this is what I'm saying. It won't. Now it's not working. It's acting real funny now.
Is that what you were trying to do the entire time? Is have it stabilized?
Yeah. Did you hear it beeping?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it does now. And it's just having problems now. And these are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
They're not cheap. So I think assault, battery, and destruction of property. If he works there, that means the self-help center, it said open until 4 o'clock, so he's there another 3 hours, and we can get somebody down there to identify him.
Yeah.
I don't exactly want to go back in the building. I don't
Feel comfortable.
want to
safe,
escalate. And also, I had kind of had issues with them. After that, they're like, why are you recording? They didn't want me to have evidence. They want to brush under the rug, so there's no accountability.
Yeah.
Luckily, it backs it up to the cloud as soon as I'm taking it. So.
Okay.
So if I go back there now, they're not going to want me to film it. Now if the guy assaults me again, I'm not going to have. It's going to be his word against mine.
Correct.
I don't feel safe with that. That's why I record for my safety, so the truth can come out.
Okay. How fast can you get to your recording on your body cam? Right.
I can pull it up right now.
Can you?
I'll go run out and grab my computer and come right back in.
Okay. Can you do that? And then while you run out and grab your computer and get that sorted, let me go back and talk to some detectives and see how they feel about this. Because they have a lot more knowledge since clearly detective, right? We're just peon patrol cops. So let me get someone more experienced in investigations and everything like that, and that way we can answer those questions for you. Okay.
Appreciate it, man.
How long do you think that will take you? Probably like a minute.
Less
2
than
minutes.
a minute to grab my computer. I'll be right back.
It is 1:10 right now. I'll be back at like 1:12ish, 1:15.
Got it.
Mention if you work here that I have a right lawsuit for the city. It's not worth all that.
Read that.
So away.
Trespass.
Sir, I can't be trespassed.
Hey man, how can we help you?
I'm just waiting for the deputy to get back out here.
What deputy?
I'm not sure of his name. Hispanic guy. He was just out here talking with me.
Did he say he was gonna come back?
Yeah, he said he was going to come back out. What's your name, man?
My name's Officer Webb.
Officer Webb?
Wetton.
Wetton.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, just to let you know, I'm just here taking pictures, video. I'm not here to cause any disturbance. I'm not trying to bother you. Just peacefully exercising my constitutional rights in public.
Are you filing a report or anything?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk with me about filing your report?
I mean, I can certainly, but we just had a long discussion about it. They were going to go talk to the detectives about it, and they were going to come back out. They just asked me to get my computer so I can show my body camera footage.
Okay.
Report, appreciate it. Are you aware? Are you aware of our constitutional right to do this? Why I'm doing this?
Am I what?
Are you aware?
Constitutional right to record in a public place.
Right. Appreciate it. He acted a little bit strange when we first got here. Just had to check. Looks like he does know. Don't know why people get all nervous and freak out about it. Oh, they do have a Christmas tree. Very cool. Got a police department hat on the top. Oh, that's sweet. I like that. Very cool. Beautiful. Flip that over. So she is educated. She knows about her rights. Flipping anything confidential over because the onus is on them to keep private stuff private is not on us. Love to see that. How you doing today, ma'am? Strange they only do that when you have a camera. So if you wanted to come in and do something, I mean, not really nefarious, but I guess if you wanted to come in and check out what they have on their papers, what they have on their desk, something confidential somehow, like it really matters to anybody, but just come in without a camera or with some spy glasses or something. Ridiculous. What's up there?
I mean, there's damage on the.
You want to wash it first?
So can we move this back over here? Because this is technically a workstation that I don't want to
Gotcha.
improve on.
To be honest, I'm not a car guy, so I don't really know, but you know, it's just a really big scrape.
Just working on getting that video into a flash drive for you.
Okay.
Is that a good way to give you evidence?
So, I guess from the start of this, it's under my understanding that you were trespassed from the federal courthouse, correct?
Federal?
I'm sorry, the state courthouse.
Okay,
The
Right.
200 Lewis, you were trespassed from there. So all of this was already investigated by their people, correct?
No, I asked them about that, and they said one thing at a time. So no, they didn't know investigation.
Okay.
They're not concerned with their own people committing crimes, just
Okay.
people that they don't like. They're just discriminating. He needs to be held accountable. You saw when I just barely walked in the door, not even talking to anybody. This is my first time ever being in Las Vegas, period.
Okay.
So,
Did you hear when he explained that they have a court order and that you cannot film in there?
right, I mean, within 6 seconds, the guy had his hands on me. And so that's not time to, I don't even know who he is. Just random guy comes up and just, hey, and starts putting his hands on you. You know, there's no time to talk at that point.
Okay.
Within 6 seconds, you got your hands on somebody. I don't know who he is.
For the detectives that I spoke to, okay.
What's their names?
They're the detective, Bonder.
B-O.
I think it's B-O-N-N-E-R.
Okay. Did you have your body camera on when you talked to him?
When I talked to him, no, because body camera between officers. So.
Well, you're investigating a crime. I mean, that's department policy to keep recording unless it's tactical. I mean,
Tactical or pertains to an investigation, right? So like when I'm talking to an officer, we're bouncing like, hey, could it be battery? Could it be coercion? Could it be these things?
Gotcha. Okay.
That's not going to be recorded on body camera because
All right, anyway.
that's more of us trying to figure out ourselves what's sort of going on here. So that conversation was not recorded because once again, the conversation between officers is privileged. So when I was talking to them, they were pretty much saying that on the courthouse grounds, right? That is their own special jurisdiction enforced and everything by them.
Gotcha.
So there's not a report for us to take because
Set my
we
stuff down here.
we're not going to investigate a crime that occurred on their ground. Same thing as like if a petty
right. Well,
larceny
they're not investigating it, so somebody else needs to.
Okay. Well,
Right. When there's when there's a shooting.
That's gonna be more of
So
the-
say like, let me give you an example. When there's a
Go ahead.
shooting, when there's a shooting death or something, it's involved with an officer. Do you guys investigate yourself? No, you'll get somebody else, another department, to come in and we'll investigate it, right?
No, we investigate ourselves.
Really?
Yeah. So like,
I mean, that's scary. So when you guys kill somebody,
yeah.
your buddy that you work with every day, he's the one that's going to determine whether you go to prison for the rest of your life or you're justified in killing somebody?
No, so there's actually a two-pronged process of it. So there's one process. So all these people are up in an ivory tower that we like to say, and they're
Right.
completely secluded. They only deal with that. So there's one group who goes after the criminal aspect of it. So immediately, first thing, let's say if I get into a shooting before it's deemed justified or unjustified, I'm immediately charged with battery with a deadly weapon, firearm involved, right? Because they are investigating me for that. I am the suspect of that because as of then, right then and there, that's what happened.
You're not charged, but you're a suspect. Got it.
We're charged with it.
Well, if you were charged, you would have to go before a magistrate to decide whether you get bail. That never happens.
Well,
You don't get put in handcuffs right there.
There's a different process of it, but
Right.
we're formally charged of that. Okay. And then they go through the criminal aspect of it, right?
Right.
Did we meet, or was there a reason for it, right? Was someone's life in danger? What did that person display towards another person or ourselves to
Right,
say
was it
that that's
justified?
life-threatening?
Yep.
Exactly. So if it becomes justified, then that becomes a justifiable homicide, how you're describing it, right? Or
Gotcha.
a homicidal battery with deadly weapon, whatever it may be. That's one aspect, that's one pillar. Now there's even a separate pillar of it, and that's gonna be more of our policies, right? And those policies is gonna be like our Grand Economy, our 5 additional, things of that nature, you sort of just see like, was it necessary? It might be justified, but was it necessary, right?
Gotcha.
So granted, one pillar might say, hey, you're A-okay. The second pillar is like, hey, did you really need to do that type of thing? Or it'd be like, hey, you did everything you could. I can't tell you anything else. So us as Las Vegas Metro, we're actually one of the front runners and almost like the people that come to and ask us, so like, hey, how do you investigate those type of things, or how do you investigate, in custody deaths and things of that nature? Just because
you guys have any-
you're fine.
Because you guys have so much, maybe not you guys, but the department has so much experience with killing people. Got it.
I mean, as any day and age right now, it's getting more and more violent. And granted, we are having an uptick in violence, especially towards officers. So sure, I'll give that one to you.
All right. Okay, so back to the issue at hand here.
We are not going to file a report because it's not our grounds to make that report. It's up to the. I don't want to keep.
Right, well, so I've been trespassed, so I'll be arrested if I go to the building to make a complaint. So you see where the issue here is with transparency?
Yep.
The people, they all want to know.
There should be a number, right, that you can call.
Yeah, I was trying to call for like 40 minutes. I can't get through to
I
anybody.
can't help you with that then, because the only numbers that we have.
Well, they're in your jurisdiction, right? So I mean, now, I'm not from this area, but where I'm from, there's a lot of tribal areas.
Okay.
It kind of goes either way. Either police department can act on it. And when they get arrested, they go to the exact same courthouse that anybody else would in the county, right? So it's going to be the same. I mean, they have tribal police. If it's simple drinking in public or something like that, they'll usually kind of handle it themselves. But if they go to jail, there's only one jail. You're going to the same jail. You're going to the same courthouse. You just get treated under a little bit different rules and laws. But either agency can be the one to determine whether you get arrested and file charges, right? But it's in the same county line, right? So that's certainly in your county line. It's right down the road.
Okay.
Right.
And so same with like North Las Vegas. North Las Vegas is inside of Clark County, right? But there's North Las Vegas police officers. Henderson is in Clark County. There's Henderson police officers.
Okay, so
Boulder City.
okay,
there's
gotcha.
Boulder City.
So where this
with all of
happened,
these jurisdictions and where they start crossing the lines. It's
have
up
I
to
crossed that
them.
line?
When you cross into that courtroom, you cross into the marshal's grounds. So that's their jurisdiction. Same thing like Paiute Police. It's between us as in Las Vegas and North Las Vegas. It's a small little subset.
Gotcha.
Paiute Police handles all of that.
So you're saying if the battery occurred on the steps of the courthouse, not inside, you were outside on the corner where there's a
Steps
sidewalk?
would be on their jurisdiction.
Okay, so I
Sidewalk
made it
would
to
be
the bottom step, and now I'm on the sidewalk where there's a street sign here,
Yep.
a crosswalk. No, you guys are investigating. So at this point, you would just refuse to even make a report.
It's not refusing to make the report, it's directing you to the correct people to make that report too. And once again, I understand that you've been
Well, I mean,
trespassing,
you
that you
are-
cannot formally go there.
So what am I supposed to do then? I just get no justice? You get to batter people if you work for us?
To make those phone calls, right? Granted, you're gonna have to wait, almost like anyone nowadays, you have a large queue time of wait. So you're gonna have to call, wait to talk to them, and then explain your situation, be like, hey, I wanna press charges for this. and then
Okay,
you're gonna
do they
go
have
down
a
that
different, I mean, so those marshals, is it, they only limited to that court building, or is there also, are they Las Vegas, what is their title? Las Vegas Marshals, Marshal Service?
Okay.
Is it, I don't know, I'm asking a question.
I personally don't know, cause I don't.
So I mean,
know
could I go to is there another courthouse that they work at? They might have a supervisor, but they're like all controlled by one
So
central agency.
You were
what
at
I mean?
the Regional Justice Center, right, across the, or.
On
I
Lewis,
think it's
200
across the
Lewis.
street. But further down, Casino Center is gonna be the city, right? I would imagine those would be two separate things, because one's gonna be city, like the municipal, courthouses and rooms and that. The other one's gonna be more of the justice court, district court type of hearings. So I don't know if they share those, but that's outside
Is that
my
a different
realm.
courthouse, you saying, the city?
It's a completely
it's separate.
yeah.
And what is the name of the courthouse I would go to?
Las Vegas Municipal.
I was gonna say, I don't know the exact name.
Oh, municipal, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're not sure that might be this Marshall
Yeah,
Division?
we don't know, because we don't work there, you know what I mean, so.
Is
I
there,
have no idea.
is there a number that you can give me? With your guys' contacts, I'm sure you can find a supervisor's number or something.
For our
For the
contacts,
marshals.
the only contact, like if I go through my radio, that's gonna be police officer only one, because that's gonna almost be like a backdoor to that specific person, or that's gonna be police officer privy to that. The number that it'd be the same thing that you can do is Google on the internet, it'd be the same exact thing.
Now, so if I want records from that building, a lot of courthouses I go to, if I want all the body cameras, I'm not sure if they have them, but I want all the surveillance
Even the
cameras.
surveillance, yeah.
I mean, the surveillance cameras in here, I have a right to, right? I can do a Nevada Public Records request and I can get those. Same thing with there, right? But different courthouses I've been to, they will refer me to the police station saying that we don't even have control of our own cameras. We can only look at them live, but we can't go back in time to look at it.
I
security.
personally don't know. I've
Saying
never
So-
been a part of an investigation or
So-
anything that
okay.
arose to looking into.
Okay, well, I want to get
surveillance.
some public records, and I mean, actually Nevada law says that I can give it to any employee of the state, and they have to take that. I can give it verbally, written, anyway, and I can get those records. So I was wondering if I can do that here, or if you guys can direct me to the right place to make those records requests.
If you want the surveillance and everything like that, it's gonna be through them. Okay.
Right, that's what I'm saying is other places I've been to here in Nevada, they're saying we don't have access to those cameras. You have to go to the sheriff's department.
So then I would
police
say it would
department.
be the same thing of contacting our records and our body camera detail possibly. But I would honestly check with them first, because let's say that's other parts of Nevada. Here in Las Vegas, let's say the marshals have all that access and all those recordings for them.
But I can't go
You're
in the
gonna
building.
come. No,
So you
but
see the
make a
problem with
phone call.
transparency?
But you can make
Right,
a
and
phone call.
I've been trying to do that since this incident happened.
Okay,
I've been here all day trying to do this
okay,
and not getting anything.
okay. Well, it happened at roughly 11:30, right? You've been here since before 1. So it hasn't been all day, it's been a little more than an hour. So you're gonna unfortunately have to wait a little bit longer than that. Like I said before, with our call volumes and everything like that, people who are calling 311 are having roughly the same amount of wait, if not longer. And that's.
Oh, is that, somebody had told me about that, 311 is non-emergency?
Correct.
Okay.
And so that's gonna be the unfortunate thing. So I can't really
Well-
do anything with that. That's more or less of people wanting to become a dispatcher and a call operator.
So are you guys even interested in seeing that video I have? Doesn't really
I
matter.
can watch it,
Okay.
but this is the thing is that.
You're not gonna do any investigation about it. Is
I
there a
can't-
call,
it's gonna be
is there a
different.
report number for me talking to you here today?
There should be an event number, yes.
Can I get that number?
Yeah, you can. Do you want the event number that you were that you were initially talked to with Metro?
Out there.
Oh, is that over on the phone?
I
Is
don't know
it-
if we contacted you on the phone or what. We have an event number saying that, hey, we showed up over there, you're trespassed through them. That's the only thing I have for that information. Do you want that event number?
Yeah, if you can give me that copy of that.
Okay. Well, I can't give you this exact paper, but I can get you the number. Do you want me to say it, or do you want me to write it down?
Yeah, if you want to just say it.
You want me to say it? Okay. So we'll go with,
Or can I take a picture of it?
it'll be LLV 23 12 000, that's 3 zeros, 14987.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's gonna be the event number that, we first initially went out to when all this stuff was happening. When they stop talking in my ear, I'll ask for our event number today, okay?
Okay.
And then, we'll do all that. Outside
Okay,
of that, do
cool.
you have any other questions? Is there anything else? I can
Yeah,
try to
there
direct
there
you
is,
to?
there is. Okay, so I would like to make a Nevada Public Records request, and I'm gonna do it verbally. And as Nevada state law says, I can give that to any person, any employee. And so I'm gonna give that to you, and then it would be your guys' duty to get that to the correct person.
Okay,
So I'm going to want the cameras from the security entrance at the Las Vegas Justice Court. Do you need paper to write that down?
622. What's my last 6? Keep going with your question, I'll give you this after.
Okay, all right, so for the Las Vegas Justice Court today. let's see,
December
what is it?
5th,
December
2023.
5th, yes, that's right. Okay, December 5th, and between 10:30 and 12 p.m. I don't know if you want to write these down, there's gonna be a few different things.
Okay.
So, I mean, up to you guys.
You wanna read that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, So I'm going to want all of the security surveillance cameras, the Las Vegas Justice Court on 200 Lewis, that the security cameras that look at the area of the metal detectors, that kind of thing, and as you come around the corner, directly in front of the self-help center. Also, in the self-help center, looking toward the door, the exit door. I'm going to want that from 10:30 until 12 o'clock noon. Also, a couple more things. Also, I'm going to want in the room that they took me in, when they put me in handcuffs, I don't know the name, like an interrogation holding type area. There's a camera in the room where they took me, had me in handcuffs for a while. So I'm going to want that also from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. I'm going to want the name of all employees that work in the entire Las Vegas Justice Court building. I would like the dates that their employment date. I'm going to want their salary and as well their title and what their salary or hourly wage is.
The salary and what?
Hourly wages.
Their salary or wages.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to want, let's see, that's the title. I'm going to want Marshall's Adam Page. I'm going to want any complaints of misconduct in his record.
But I have the receipt and the lien cell.
Also have 2 other names.
I can get that sent to me. Do you need it right now?
Marshall Anthony Russo.
Yeah, it was a California. That's what they told me. They told me it was a California plate or something like that.
I'm not sure of spelling. I think it's R-U-S-S-O, Anthony Russo. And then a Lieutenant Sean Wells.
Okay, so what do I do? Can you send me a picture of the lien cell?
Sean Wells, any reports of misconduct?
Yeah, please.
And whatever investigation that's not going to be confidential with regard to the
I can't.
investigation of those, their findings, all of that.
Okay, then I'll be right back. Can I take this with me? I'll bring it back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I can throw a request in there I want the name of the man in the photograph I showed you. I can, if you have a place you want me to send that, I'll be happy to do that so you have a good picture of him. I want the name of the individual with the about 200 pounds, white, 5'10", black hair, black beard, black shirt, blue jeans, that worked for the self-help center. I'm going to want his complete name and title. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, can I get, so is the sheriff's department here, or is this Las Vegas Police Department? Is that different?
So it's almost same. So back in like 71, pretty much Las Vegas City Police Department, as well as Clark County Sheriff's Department, became one conglomeration of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Gotcha.
So we're technically deputies, right? We fall under the sheriff, so it's one of the same.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
Before I forget, right? Today, the VIN number that we're talking to now,
gotcha.
it's going to be the same spill. So
I'm gonna have to
LLB
wait till
1 2
Okay,
2
that-
3
then I can still go
3
through
zeros,
it.
so 0 0 0, and then 1 5 2 2 8.
15228. Okay.
Um,
Now also one last thing. I would like the name, title, and salary of all employees for this department here, this Las Vegas Sheriff's
Alright, so-
deputies.
No, that's
Police
fine.
department.
a lot of that stuff for us specifically.
So do I
you can
take?
find
Do I just
online.
turn this in when I'm
Where,
ready?
Sometimes it's hard to find them on there. It's outdated. This is the best way to get the most up-to-date stuff.
Okay. As
So
for
that's-
all
that's
the
how I'd like to-
information that's gonna be conducted for the
It says
marshals,
that there's a delay
the
in
marshals are gonna be their own
recording,
people,
and then
right? So you're gonna have to reach out to them to get all of the majority of that information. Once again, you're gonna have to find out if it's gonna be through the marshals, who's gonna house all of that security information. They're gonna have all the information on the
Are you sure I can
employees
just
and
do it?
everything.
Well, I
So
mean,
it's gonna
obviously,
be
I
up to
can't,
their
I
own-
can't make it in the building. I would be
But you
arrested
can
just
make
for
a
being
phone
there.
call. So we're gonna keep on, we're going back to this loop
Gotcha.
of making that phone call.
Gotcha.
because
Well,
then they
well,
can-
state
they
law,
can-
there's a reason why, I mean, there's multiple reasons why
Okay.
the legislatures that have made the Nevada Public Records Act, you're able to give it in writing, verbally, you can give it to any employee of the state, basically.
Okay.
So, it's for reasons like this. Maybe somebody's deaf, blind, maybe they're trespassing, they'll be arrested by going in the building to try to get that information. So, that's the reason I can give it to anybody else, and that's what I'm doing here today. So
if
then,
you
so
make
then.
that phone call, that's gonna make it a lot more streamlined, that's the thing, that's what I'm trying
Gotcha.
to explain to you before you keep on.
You know,
diving
I'm
into it.
patient.
Because
I'm
if you
patient
sit there
here.
and make that phone call,
Mhm.
they're gonna be able to explain it, and especially be like, hey, it was a misunderstanding, I was doing this, I just wanted a supervisor, and I'm outside, I'm not on the
Gotcha.
ground, this is the information I'm looking for.
Mhm.
I'm looking for boom, 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 and then they're gonna be able to be like, oh, I cannot give you to this because of whatever court order or whatever they have in there, or this is gonna be the line of information that you need. You need contact 702 blah, and then that'll be the correct people to contact to. Because so all we're gonna do with this information, if it was within our own, it would be upchain. So we would tell our sergeant or supervisor, whoever would pretty much be the first line supervisor that we'd be able to find to actually tell this to, and then it would go up from there. They would have all those contacts to either the marshals or
Get it to the right person, yep.
Correct, right? Which is exactly what you're asking for,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And so I'm trying to get you to the right people,
Right.
but we keep on running.
I'll
into
see
the
if
fact
I
that
can,
you've
I'll
been
see what I can do, but in the meantime, I've made my public records request,
Okay.
and under state law, it's now in your guys' hands. You have to
We'll upchain that.
do whatever you guys got to do to comply with that state law. And now, so let me give you a place that you can contact me.
Okay.
I mean, you guys got my name, I guess, from the report, but I'll give you.
Well, all you have is Derek.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, my name is Derek, DEREK.
Mhm.
And an email address is going to be NevadaTransparency@gmail.com.
At Gmail?
At Gmail.
Alright.
And other than that, I mean, I appreciate you guys coming out and talking to me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your professionalism and knowledge of the law. I mean, my only critique is, and you know, I don't hold it against anybody for not knowing it because it's something kind of offbeat that not everybody goes into a police station films. But the point is, we have the right to do it, and you know, it's always I'm learning stuff every day too. So
You have the right
so
for it,
I have the
it's
right
just
to.
The specific going into their own cubicles and trying to record that personal information, that's when we start having that problem.
Right. I mean, as you guys walked away, I walked around. I was checking out the Christmas tree, getting pictures of it. I like that, the holiday spirit in buildings. That's nice for the public. Makes it comfortable in here. I appreciate that. But no, I mean, as the lady up over here, apparently she was aware of it because she saw me doing that, and she immediately walked over and flipped tablets and things. She flipped things closed, turned things off. And I watched her doing that, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen. It's not my duty. If I, say, get somebody's, I don't know, they're paying a fine or something, I don't know if you do that here, swiping a credit card. If I did happen to get that, I don't know if I can really zoom in. It's not a crime to have that information. It's what would be a crime is to then do something illegal with that information, right? If I have somebody's social security number, I mean, if you're gonna say it out loud, there's ways, if you're worried about giving your social security number out, you could write it on a piece of paper and hand it through the window. There's ways to do it without. If you're worried about a rape being occurred or something, reporting that, they could say, I was a victim of something, I'd like to go in the back and speak about it, it's sensitive. I'm sure you guys can make arrangements for that. Or meet someplace else. It's not the duty of general member of public to create that privacy. The onus is on you guys.
So the only issue I have with that is I personally experienced that here.
Oh, have you?
In this specific lobby.
Really?
It's a young female, right? She was sexually assaulted by a Hispanic male, right? She immediately imprinted on myself, right, saying, look a lot like you. So with that female, she wouldn't feel comfortable going to a secluded area, right, since she was just victimized. And so she felt a lot more comfortable doing this entire investigation here when there's more witnesses out open.
Well, I mean, you guys made an arrangement. I mean, that's terrible circumstance there. I hate hearing that.
We can't kick people out, just so we can't kick you out, right? As long as you're not interfering with our day-to-day activities and you're not saying you're causing nuisance, right? We can't kick you out. So
exactly.
we can't kick everyone else out. So that's why we ask, you know, not to go over there and report because you don't know exactly what's going on with that individual. And they came to a police station, so they have the understanding of,
I understand you're talking about morals, and I would agree with you if something like that was going on. I would walk away. I could come back at another time and do this. It's not that critical to do it right now. Obviously, a sexual assault, that's critical right now. But the point is, that's not how the law works. You can't tell me.
I'm not saying that that's
you
a
can't.
blanket. I'm just saying.
So
you don't
if that
know
is
what
happening and I'm
exact
filming, there's
person-
nothing you can do about it, except for ask her if she wants to come back at another time, or if you want to make another arrangements. Maybe you and 12 other cops can take her outside and somewhere in the back where there's a camera, wherever she's comfortable. You could do that. You can't tell a member of the public that's not violating the law to leave public.
I agreed with you with that. That's the first thing I was saying.
Right.
I'm not telling you to leave. I was just asking, pretty much saying, be courteous with the people around you. 'Cause
Got
you
it.
don't-
Oh, I see.
You don't know exactly what each individual is going through. Right?
Okay, so that,
So
thank
that's-
you for the
that's-
clarification. So
that's
you do
why I was-
understand the law, you were just asking politely. It's not an order, it was just a request. Okay, I very much appreciate that.
I don't think I've ordered a single thing throughout our entire interaction. I was just informed.
Well, I mean, you can understand when a citizen's talking with the police, I mean, pretty much anything they say is kind of comes with that interpretation that it could be an order. So that's why we have to be
apologize that
very clear. We have to ask, are you asking me or are you giving me a directive?
I apologize that's how you felt. I didn't mean to come off in that.
Oh, no, you're good, man. I mean, you know what? I totally appreciate. I've been to a lot of departments that just freak all the way out when I walk in the door. When I first came in, the other officer over here that was taking reports with the black shirt on over here, he was a little weird about it. Hey, get Sergeant, get somebody out here, and that's what led you guys coming out. So,
Okay.
I mean, maybe he's a little bit, but it sounded like I talked to him. It sounded like he is aware of our rights. Just, I mean, that's understandable. If you're nervous about something, you can stand around here all day. You have the right to stand here all day, just like I do.
Yep.
So, but I appreciate that you guys understand our rights and you didn't totally freak out. And yeah, I appreciate you guys' integrity and honoring your oath.
Yeah, no problem. I apologize that I pretty much wasted your time with asking to get that stuff.
Well, that's all right. I mean, I accomplished something today. I mean, you know, I never come into these things really, and it's terrible that I never come into these things expecting that I'm going to get justice or something like that. Obviously, if I went in there and I just started pushing somebody that works in the court building, if I went and just pushed the clerk,
Yeah.
I would be in cuffs immediately.
Yeah.
When he does it, we'll talk about that later. And you're trespassing the building. And turn the camera off so you don't have film of us committing crimes. That's why we do this. That is why.
I apologize.
To try to keep people
that was
accountable.
the
I'm
interaction
probably
we had.
never gonna, even if I do get a hold of somebody there, I'm probably never gonna get justice for that. But when his kids search his name, they're gonna see how daddy acts when he goes to work,
Yeah.
right? He's gonna be publicly shamed for that. And whatever happens, you know, I mean, don't act like that in public if you don't want people to see that. I mean, the way I act is if my mother was sitting right here right now, is she gonna be proud of the way I'm acting? Or,
Correct.
you know
Well,
what I mean?
I feel like almost all interactions, like how I try to gauge myself, right, is off of the respect thing, right?
Yeah.
If I get
Comes
if I'm
around.
giving you respect,
Comes
you're
around,
not
comes around.
giving me respect, then unfortunately I'm gonna have to change my attitude since you're clearly not recognizing respect. If I give you respect and you give me respect, we can have a nice forward conversation like we've had this entire time.
Absolutely.
So
Well, I mean, I would take that one step further. I think that when you're in an office of public trust, like you guys are, you have a duty to take it a little bit step further.
Yeah.
If somebody's being rude to you, flips you off or something, you got to understand they got the right to do that. Have a good day, man. Walk away. It's tough, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say, "Oh, you're gonna flip me off, motherfucker," huh? How about you can't do that. I mean, is it criminal? No, you have a right to freedom of speech too,
Yeah.
but you might be out of a job for it. So I mean, you have a higher
We're held to higher
expectation. It's like if you're going to be a governor or something like that. I mean, if you're a grown adult, you can go sit at the bar and get drunk all night if that's what you want. But if you're the governor, probably not a good idea if you're sitting at the bar getting drunk all night, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a grown adult, you can do that, but how long are you going to have your job, or do you deserve to have that job? You know, you're a public trust. People expect that you're going to maintain something, and you know what? That is where respect. That's the difference between fear and respect. It's somebody that can be flipped off and oh, fuck you, cops, or whatever, and you just maintain that respect, like your mother's sitting there. That's where respect is deserved, and that's what I appreciate. I appreciate good officers like that. So I think you guys are good officers, and I appreciate your time today.
We appreciate that critique.
All right, man. Here, let me give you a couple of these flyers I'm passing out. Just starting this business off. Been doing this for a long time, but feel free to check it out. And that was at the Sparks Courthouse.
Sparks.
Sparks all the way up in Fibrina?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I go around all over the place doing this, but I will continue looking into this. I look forward to getting a response from my public records request, Schmidt. And you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. All right, guys, that was the Las Vegas Police Department. I don't like that they said they didn't have jurisdiction to help me. It's unfortunate. You know, I doubt I'll ever get justice for that. Guy will never be held accountable other than doing what we're doing right now. This is why you should always film the police. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get out of here.